All right. All that aside, so what are we doing today? What we are doing is we are going to go with a brand new community, and I'm going to show you guys how I would suggest you start out. Okay. So this is running. I'm going to start on Meager Valley because Meager Valley is, again, by far the easiest to start a game in, regardless of difficulty. I would actually argue that Providence Ridge is second because of how the bases are laid out and where you can set up outposts. Providence Ridge, you can set yourself up so that your second base, your 4-person base, is completely defended by outposts, and you don't have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff in like a whole bunch of hordes and things like that coming in. Now, the first base in Providence Ridge is not the best. You need to get the hell out of there as quickly as you can, and that involves moving, getting a 4th person and moving quickly. But right now what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on Meager Valley because it is the easiest one to start any community in ever. Ever. Don't argue with me. It is. Because the starting buildings are all guaranteed to have rucksacks of every single type that you will need for your starting community. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Meager Valley. We're going to go on lethal across the board. No changes. No custom settings or anything like that. We're just going lethal, zombies. And then we're going to get in there and we're going to do this. Now, one of the most important things when you first start off, since we're not doing a speedrun, we don't care about our leaders. You care a little bit about the quality of your characters. I would suggest re-rolling a little bit before you get going. Driving, definitely. You want a driver. On lethal, driving is so important. Now, can't sleep alone, we can't use. Because that's 2 beds. And we can't do that. So we got to get rid of this person, despite the fact that they have driver. So we're going to keep going. We're going to try and get... There you go. All right, disorganized. I don't remember if... Is disorganized? No. Yeah, disorganized is terrible as well. You can't have disorganized. That's really funny. Weird nickname. Oh, Necro. Ooh. Do we take Necro? Weird nickname? Or do we keep rolling? I think we keep rolling. I don't think I... Necro, ooh, that's cool. But not great. Woodcutter is okay. Okay, we're keeping a mechanic. We're keeping Necro. Alright. So we're getting rid of one of the mechanics. We're keeping... Surviving a train, believes in people, taught gymnastics. We're keeping this person because they have a huge cardio, and that's super important. This dude, empathetic, is nice, but he's garbage. He's garbage. So even though he has a little bit better mechanics, we're going to re-roll. Chemistry can be helpful, actually. But what we're going to do instead, soundproofing is amazing. The fact that we got soundproofing is awesome. All right, so soundproofing actually really helpful in lethal because it will lower the amount of threat that you gain, which means that you have less attacks on your base, which, as some of you have found, matters now. Not as much as you might think, but it still matters. All right, so we have our mechanic. We have our weird nickname, which we're just going to keep instead of a driver. Rather of a driver, but it's fine. And then we have soundproofing. We're going to get going with these guys. And then I will start it off and I will show you kind of what you need to do in order to get going. Right? This is going to be like the first couple hours, how I would suggest you play, what I suggest you do, and how I would get myself ready with a brand new community for a long-term run. Now, we know that there is no longer any chance whatsoever of there being gas in the trunk. So we don't have to worry about it. We're not going there. We're going around. Yeah. No, Moo, I actually streamed on Wednesday as soon as I found out that it came out in order to do a speedrun. All right, we no longer jump this fence because what I've found is that plague bloaters love to spawn in there, and you'll die. Like you'll just die. because it'll hop over and the plague bloater will explode, and all of a sudden you are almost completely dead. So what are we doing to start off with? We need gas for that car. We are not going to fast search right now, because what we want to do is we want to get to our base before we really attract a lot of attention, before we spawn in a bunch of zombies. Let's check this. Parts don't really matter all that much. We break this down for gas and for Molotovs. Thank you very much, Al. Appreciate that. Little shorty, hello, hello. More parts, a whole bunch of garbage in here. We go around the back. One zombie we're not going to worry about. Check the doors now, guys, because doors are important. Making noise is important. Head in here and get our rucksack of meds. And get the other meds that are going to be in here. This should be like a bandage or something crappy, but it's something. Oh, package of cotton swabs. Actually, really, really good. It's kind of silly that I say that. What has changed on my face? Oh, this sexy beast right there. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All right, so we have our rucksack of meds, we have our gas can, and we're heading back. A couple zombies over there. We want to stay away so we don't aggro them. Obviously, most of our fighting is going to be dodging through and grabbing. Oh, that sucks. That's really bad. We need to try and gas this up and get out of here before the Pharaoh comes in. Alright, everyone get in. Now, once you're in a car, Pharaohs are no longer all that scary. Alright? Because Blood Pharaohs, once you don't have doors on your car, Blood Pharaohs will act the same way that normal Pharaohs do, and they will just jump onto your car. So in this case, I'm just going to take him and kill him. Don't even care. Don't care about him. Don't care about the fact that he's a Blood Feral. I'm in a car, which means that I'm invincible. Alright, so here we are. Location number 2. Drop that in there.
Gotta kill the brain.
Okay. Electric, hello, hello. Alright, now there was a blood bloater over there, which is a big problem because those idiots are probably running over there to fight him. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're screwed. Okay, well, this is all for naught because we just lost one of our characters. Please get in the car. Thank you. Troublemaker, thank you very much for the host. So that was pretty much the worst thing that could happen. Because that means that one of our characters is already about 70% plagued. All right, we have the rucksack, which is really what we need. All right. Unfortunately, the NPC intelligence still can struggle a little bit. That's not bad. Scraps of circuitry is actually really important because one of the first things that you want to build after a med bay. You're coming or you're going. One of the first things you want to build after a med bay is you want to upgrade your command center. The reason you want to upgrade your command center is because you want as many outposts as you possibly can in order to secure your home. Outposts at the very beginning of the game, all they are about is making sure that your house, your home, and your community are safe. Nothing else matters. All right, so let's go in and secure. Oh, that's awesome, Trouble.
move this place.
All right, so let's drop this in here.
Go scout out a place for us.
Okay, so we are in decent shape right now. We have cotton swabs, which are incredibly important. We have pile of weapon remains, which are also fine. One thing is this dude, Superstar, has this. Oop. First thing we make is our infirmary. Then after that, you want to check to see what you need for your command center. This is the next most important thing to do. You want a command center upgrade because it will allow you to have more outposts. And outposts are ridiculously important when it comes to playing on lethal. Once you are all set there, you do kind of the same start that you would on a speed run. You go over here, you get your first gun, you get your first ammo rucksack. You want to bring this first ammo rucksack home simply for morale purposes. You don't want your morale getting just shattered by having no ammo. But after that, you break down the ammo to hopefully get some grenades. The reason you want grenades off the bat is to deal with the inevitable juggernauts that will come in and just wreck your day. All right, next up, talk to Hanifa. That is something that we are going to do immediately. Normally, we don't care about that. It's something that we can just let it go and, you know, whatever. Who cares? On lethal, you want to do it right away because you want to start farming their influence as much as you possibly can. You want to sell them everything. Everything that's not useful at the very beginning, just sell it to them. Weapons, sell them. Guns, if you have extras, sell them. Parts, sell them. Like, nothing matters at the beginning except making outposts. I cannot stress this enough. Outposts. Outposts, outposts, outposts. Like, just outposts. And I'll show you guys why. I'll show you why, but you need about 300 influence off the bat in order to do, like, my suggested start within lethal. Outpost, outpost, outpost. For serious. Like, for serious. All right, so we have our ammo rucksack. We have another rucksack of materials. We'll drop them off at home. Now our people won't hate us. Next thing we do is we go right here. The reason we go there is because there are not many cars on lethal, and this thing is this is our most important weapon and our most important tool, and we have to love it like it's our firstborn child or our first dog that we actually wanted. Because some people get dogs that they don't actually want, you know? So I'm imagining that this is like the pet that you get that you really, really actually care about. Check here. Hopefully we get a gun. We got a gun. Awesome. That's a Stormbringer. Here's a hint, guys. It doesn't matter. The Stormbringer is fantastic because, and this is going to hurt to say, we can sell it for a lot of influence. Guns in lethal are pretty much useless. You're barely going to use them. And when you do use them, they have to have suppressors on them. All right, we have a little friend here. What's up, buddy? Again, we don't care about ferals because once you have no doors, they will jump on the car immediately, and you can just run them into something and they die. Doesn't matter. All right, park with the front against the wall so that nothing can jump on the front and destroy your beautiful car. Because again, cars are the most important thing right off the bat. It's an amazing gun, Athy, and when I sell it, it's going to hurt me a little bit, but I am going to sell it. All right, we go here, guys, because this is a guaranteed spot in order to get repair kits and gasoline. 100% of the time, this spot will be lootable. It is not something that can be listed as unlootable in Nightmare or in this. All right, guys, so we have one of our repair kits. There are two in this building 100% of the time. And that is 100% of the time, 100% of the time, there are two repair kits in this building. So we have everything we need from here. We have gasoline, we have repair kits, and we have stuff we can sell to the first enclave that's on the map. First enclave on the map is always going to be friendly. We want to sell things to them in order to get more reputation. And then we go looking for your first play card. Okay? Yes, one of the first things you do is you go looking for a play card. But not just any play card. You don't start where the game tells you to. No, 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 no. That is silly. Silly. All right. This is a good weapon. It's fantastic because it's worth 63. We sell that. We sell that. We'll sell the bullets. That's 100, so we'll sell that. We'll take this and this. We'll sell both of these.
How have you been? The safest
We agree we want them to be friends with us. What's up, dead man? We will sell that. We'll sell that. We'll sell this, even though it's only 7. And we have 757 now, which is perfect. All right, so the important thing that we have right now is we have 5 Molotovs. We have a gun for protection against ferals.
Ideal.
Precisely, Jawa. And we have a pipe. We don't actually need the pipe. We could go with our foot. So where are we going next? It is lethal. So where we're going right now is we are going right here. The reason we're going here is because it is very likely there will be at least 1 play cart right there. And we are super lucky. We have 2 play carts. Park with your car, with the hood of your car. We have 3 play carts. Oh, mamma mia. It's delicious. There we go. All right, so we have 3 play carts around us. We made an outpost, which means that no plague zombies, no zombies of any kind will appear within this area right here, which means that we have free reign of this particular section. What we want to do is we want to make sure that there are no zombies hiding out back here. Zombies? Zombies? None? All right, sweet. All right, so it is time to kill our play carts. The reason why I sold that gun is because we get more. We're gonna get more from the play carts that we kill right now without having plague ferals spawn, without having plague bloaters spawn, without having a bunch of zombies spawn. We're just gonna kill this thing. Now, a couple zombies will show up while you're doing this because they will be summoned from the surrounding area. Kill them immediately. If they start banging on the door, walk out and crush them, because that will keep them from screaming into the sky and possibly summoning more stuff. Dodge out. Just don't get caught in the burst. As soon as you get caught in a burst, you're in deep doo-doo. Now we wait. There's actually a better car. I think there's a road racer over here, but I wouldn't take it. Road racers are really fast, but super fragile. All right, so we have a lot of good stuff in here, which is great. We are going to take this because, again, you sell it. Sell everything. This is a really strong gun to give the people at your home. All right? This is not something like we're not keeping that for ourselves, because the people at our home are generally going to be better at shooting off the bat and less effective in melee. So you want to give them as much as you can in terms of an advantage. All right, so we have bullets. We have a rucksack of bullets. Now, this is going to be a controversial thing to say. I know it. So you guys do you on this. I am going to break down every single rucksack of bullets that I can possibly break down on lethal mode, because bullets don't matter. And grenades do. 4 grenades from a grenade launcher will kill a juggernaut. 3 standard grenades, 3 frag grenades will kill a juggernaut. That is more important than the 60 bullets that you could make, or 45 bullets that you can make when you use 2 rucksacks of ammo. Like, yeah, I think it's only 3, Negan. It might be 4, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to get more bang for your buck with the random grenades that you get than you will trying to make enough ammo for you to make a difference with a gun. You won't. Like, it's just not worth it. Like the cost of ammo, especially in the beginning. Now, once you leveled up a little bit and you have a munitions person and all that, maybe you're at the police station, whatever, then you can start making ammo. Exactly, DJ. 100 5.56 does not take down a Juggernaut. The 4 grenades that you might pick up by breaking apart that same amount of ammo rucksacks could save your life. And likely will save your life if you have them on you. So you don't use grenades against play cards. The only thing you use against play cards is melee and fire. So that's what I said. This is a controversial take. Like, you can do this if you want to, or you can't. It's up to you. That's one part that I absolutely understand. People are going to be like, "Fall, you're insane. I'm not going to do that. You're dumb." Yeah, I mean, kinda. So that's my thought on that. And I'm gonna repair this bad boy just to make some space and to get the car in good spot. The only issue there is that the doors will be repaired, which means that we're gonna have to get them destroyed. I do call them juggernauts because it's pointless to fight them. Like, you shouldn't, there's no point in fighting a juggernaut if you don't have to. I am 100% on board with just avoiding them whenever you can. And you generally always can.
I'm sorry, are you hurting?
Exactly, Jawa. This is just my suggestions, guys. You play how you want and just have fun with it. You know, if you want to go out and melee every single juggernaut, that is definitely a way to play, and that's a way to get more influence. I just wouldn't suggest it because it's more likely that you are going to die. And this method right here, the method that I'm using right now, guarantees that you get a lot of good stuff with very, very little risk at the very beginning of the game. Exactly, Jawa. Now we hear a zombie here again. We want to kill this dude as fast as we can so that he doesn't make any noise. Because despite the fact that zombies can't and the lead pipe broke. Alright, we got a better one anyway. Gaff hook. Alright, so the shotgun is good because we'll give that to our home base people. And that will allow them to shoot things more effectively. We want shotguns on our people at home. For the most part. Like, we would like shotguns. Actually, how much does that weigh? 5 pounds? Okay. We want shotguns and weapons with silencers or with suppressors. Suppressors for us, shotguns for them, and we'll be okay. With what I'm doing right now, now that we have our starter bit done, what we're going to do is we're going to head back and we're going to get the resources from these 2 locations right here. There are 4 rucksacks of materials in those two buildings. And that'll allow us to get both our med bay 2 and our command center up and running. The med bay is important because it'll allow you to more efficiently mitigate plague, and the command center is important because it will allow you to get more influence faster, and again, get a 3rd outpost, which is super, super important. All right, now this particular building will always have 2 rucksacks of materials. One will be outside right here. This is 100% of the time a rucksack. Ooh, we got other good stuff. We don't have space. Okay, we don't have space for that, so we're just gonna go home. All right, so we are home. We drop off our stuff. Drop off food and materials. Upgrade infirmary. I actually agree with Jawa. Upgrading to infirmary 2 isn't really important. It's more important than command center 2. But as soon as you are done with the infirmary, command center up and running. See, I would even argue that workshop 1 isn't more important than command center 2. Workshop 1 you can get to whenever, because like it doesn't matter. You're not going to be doing anything with the workshop right off the bat. And so, like, once you get to it, it's fine, but it's definitely the third on the list in my opinion. All right, so now that we actually have some stuff going, we can find other survivors. This will get us a new friendly enclave immediately onto the map, and it'll give us a start towards getting a fourth person, which means that we can move our base. All right, so let's head on over and talk to these guys, and then we'll head back down and get the rest of our rucksacks that we desperately need. All right, so we got box mines. Really good that we got that. A signal antenna is more important, and I missed the fact that they had it, and we want that. All right, so what we're gonna do is, and then we'll take the signal antenna, because again, more outposts is so important. Why is the front of the car so important? So the front of the car is important because when you get into a car, you don't start a car like a real person. You start a car like you've never figured out how to start a car before. So when you get in, it will take you a solid 10 seconds before you actually manage to get the key in, start the car, and start moving. And during that time, if you look at the car, there are what I'll call, for lack of a better term, mount points on the car for the zombies. There's one on each door. There are 3 on the bumper and 3 on the hood. If you are not parked directly against a building on this difficulty mode, which is the hardest mode in the game, if you get 3 zombies jumped on the front of your car before you start your car will blow up before you move, basically. Like you'll maybe get to back up a little bit, and then the car will explode. But in order to mitigate that, you park with the front of your car against a wall, like a solid surface, and that makes it so that, like, zombies, not only can they not jump on your car, it gives you the seconds that you need in order to start it up and be able to move it. All right, we're gonna go back in for that the last rucksack. So in this building, the 2 spawn points for the rucksack are 100% there, and right around this corner in this spot right here. These will always have 2 rucksacks. We have everything that we can take right now, and that's fine. We have enough.
The goddamn thieves are attacking our crib!
No, it's a zombie siege. We don't care, because if you're not there, no zombies spawn. Da 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 da. Oh shit! Don't destroy my car, please. That's a 1! That's a 2! What's up, fat man? Whoop, missed it. You are supposed to run over the box mine, you jackass. Uh-oh, Juggernaut down. Use your weapons, guys. Use the explosives for that. That is the only thing that you care about explosives for. Killing the Juggernauts. If you don't have explosives on you, if you don't have box mines, if you don't have grenades, and a Juggernaut comes up, you are in serious trouble. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is so many people are used to just holding on to stuff forever and not using anything, that it takes coaxing to change that behavior, to change that habit. Hey, we won! So now that we're kind of okay, we have our infirmary, our command center 2 is being built. We're gonna have the ability to have 3 outposts. We're gonna have the ability to get more influence over time. Then we can get a workshop is the next thing we want to do. And from there, that's really it. In my opinion, at this point, once you have the workshop built, you're kind of free to roam the map. You're free to explore Lethal however you'd like to explore it, play however you'd like to play, and make mistakes. I mean, it's gonna happen. You're gonna lose people. If you'd like to see the entire stream that this was cut down from, I'll put the link in the description below. But otherwise, thank you guys very much for watching, and best of luck in Lethal. Take care.